Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 113. Yes, for the first time in almost 2 months. Unlike last time, basically took a break. It was exactly for 2 months. This one was like a month and a half, which glad the fact I finished up quicker than I did before, which appreciate that. Excuse me. We are resuming our review of Bioman. But before we talk about the episodes, we'll talk about that in the very next video, by the way. This one focusing on something I was actually planning on covering before my break. The Bioman Movie. Yep, the Bioman Movie. Which, yeah. There is a movie for Bioman. Released in, I think it was like 1986, I think it was. 1984, excuse me. And this movie is quite lengthy. It's a good thing I'm just talking about this. Like, right now anyways, because why is this movie quite lengthy? It's longer than all the previous movies I've watched. Like, here's the thing. For these original movies, they tend to be either 24 minutes or maybe 30 minutes if they're lucky. This movie was 45 minutes. Almost an hour in length. Which I found to be quite something, the fact that it was that high. Yes. Now, in the case, basically, the story of this one, we have the main villains of the movie, main villains of the series, go after a kid because he has a treasure map. What does the map have? Well, it's not revealed until about half of the movie what the heck the map is. Well, actually, that's when they find out. But in the case of when the Bioman examine it, it is actually a map to their base. Yes, seriously. One of those rare times where the biobase is in serious danger of being attacked by the Neo Empire Gear. Yep. So, oh, and by the way, they had this fight sequence in the movie where like halfway through the movie they go to the very, I kid you not, this is the same factory core they use in Go-Go 5 a lot in stock footage. As a matter of fact, when they first bring in the villains movie, they pretty much used stock footage from episode 1. What stock footage, you might ask what it is? Well, it's the same exact sequence. Like, pulled directly from the final episode. The introduction to the entire Neo Gear, even had Dr. Newman walk up the stairs with his cloak. And I'm like, okay, interesting the fact that they did this. You're probably thinking, this is probably also the first one of those rare times you see Dr. Man in one of these stories where he's not sitting in his chair. Nope, he's actually, you see him walking. Yeah, that doesn't happen very often because a lot of times he seems already in his chair. Also, they introduce a one-shot group of henchmen. Who are these henchmen, you might ask? Well, they're the Cat Gang. They are basically, for us cat girls. There are 3 of them in this movie. Yep, Fair Cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fair Cat is basically Fair's henchwoman, and she also has these, let's just say these cat women who appear in this movie, and this is their sole appearance because they don't appear in the main Bioman book in the series. Oh no, they don't. They never appear in Bioman. Why, you might ask? Because they got killed off like 20 in the movie. Yeah. So, basically the story of these kids is that they had to reunite after 3 years being away, basically on one last venture together, probably before they go to middle school, whatever. So, they have this place, and like they examined the document. It's actually basically a blueprint of Bio Dragon. Their carrier Zord. Yep. And I mentioned about the golden statue, which is Pio, the robot. Yeah, the kids don't find out about this in the movie's end. It's a good thing that, like, from the viewer's perspective, we know exactly what they're talking about. But here's the thing: how that now P.O. does explain. People does explain exactly how the heck this is possible. Apparently, their ancestors they must have witnessed P.O. When he arrived from the planet Bio on the Bio Dragon, mind you, because they never exactly mentioned how the heck he got from Bio to Earth. Here is basically just blatantly explained. Oh yeah, he arrived on the Bio Dragon, the carrier Zord that carried the Bio Robot. Yep. That is literally how he got here. He landed, somehow the ancestors saw it, and I think it was a castle. Yeah, that's the gist of it. And we also see like more stock footage in here. When he had later on fight sequence, basically have introduction of all of the henchmen, the beastoids, and then of course the Bioman themselves. It's basically by far one of the most strangest like stories I've seen for Bioman to date. Yeah, and also like this is also one of those rare times where all three generals are in the field at the same time. Not just a rotating thing of like, hey, let's have Mason have an episode, let's have Fire have an episode, or freaking Monster. Yep, and they're just over the top. I do like the fact they use the techno beat from the first episode here for the figures. I like that techno. It's so awesome. Of course, it's mid '80s. What do you expect? And unlike the Go-Go 5 movie, where it basically reeks of cheapness, and the fact they use too much stock for this movie, and apparently they could end a freaking string when a carrier Zord is basically flying around, or any of their Zords. This one, not necessarily. Bioman basically looks like it's more clean and more polished. Heck, even the movie is like that too. I mean, is it basically a slider upgrade for effects than the actual show itself? No, not necessarily. It's like they use the same budget for the show, but at least make the story longer. Yeah. But it's an overall good movie, per se. And I would recommend people watch it if you watch the Bioman show. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it for the particular view. Next one's going to be Comic Corner. And then back to Bioman. Yes, officially with episode 27. Okay, next video. Bye.